just below the exhaust flange on this area. It happens only in the case of original. In case of duplicate, most of the times Hello and welcome to Bose Garage. In today's video, I will show you how to identify an original cylinder kit of a Yamaha RX King. I have done a similar video on Yamaha RX King Carburetor. In that video, I showed you how to differentiate between an original and duplicate carburetor. But today, I don't have a duplicate cylinder kit with me. I have two series of original Yamaha RX King cylinder kit in front of me. We all know that if you take the case of Yamaha RX100 or Yamaha RX135, there are different bores or different cylinder kits with different series punched on it. Like for example, for the RX100, Y1 Y2 are the original Japanese cylinder kits, and later the Indian ones were G1, G2, G3, G4. In case of RX135, you have the E1, E2, E3, E4 and so on. Similarly, there was a Japanese series of cylinder kits for the RX King. Then there was another series called 29N, and then the latest one is the 3KA20. In the 3KA20 itself, there are two cylinder kits. One is YP1, one is YP2. Even I don't know what is exactly the difference between the two. Most probably it might be manufactured by two different sub-vendors of Yamaha. Maybe that is the difference. Other than that, I haven't noticed any difference in ports or quality of the cylinder kits. And the people who have used them both say that they both perform the same. Anyway, I will show you what are the features of the original cylinder kit. So it will help you to identify an original and a duplicate. Let's first unbox the cylinder kits. So now both of them are unboxed. This is the YP1 and this is the YP2. First thing that you notice is there is a piece of brown paper inside the bore. So this is nothing but a preservation paper, and the brand name is Ferro Guard. You can see only Ferro here. At the bottom there is GARD, Ferro Guard. So this preservation paper is provided from factory in case of long-term storage to prevent any oxidation on the liner walls. To avoid that, they have given the preservation paper. In case of duplicate cylinder kits, you may not find this. Even if you find some paper inside, it might be just a normal brown paper that you use to cover your notebooks. You won't find Ferro Guard inside. So this is one thing to notice when you are buying an original cylinder kit. Next thing, let's start from the exhaust side. Here, on just below the exhaust flange, on this area, you will notice that there is a number punched. Here in this case, it is a 4-digit number. It might mean some production code or something, but you will find it only on the original cylinder kit. On the duplicate, you will not find the punch here. The same is there for the YP2 cylinder kit as well. I will show you. Here on YP2 also, on the same location, you will see there is a 4-digit number punched. That will be only there on originals. Next, coming to the machining. So this is the area where it mates with the crankcase, and if you notice, the machining has an extension up to the manifold for the reed valve, and the machining has extended only halfway of the reed valve manifold flange. It happens only in the case of original. In case of duplicate, most of the times this reed valve manifold flange is not machined, or in some cases you will see complete machining, but in case of original you will see the machining only halfway. That is another way to identify an original. Next, So this is the reed valve side, this is the exhaust side. So on the left side, you have the 3KA20 marking and the 132cc. So you can check the font. If you see any difference in the font, that means it may not be original. I'll show you on YP2 as well. Now just go down below this 3KA20 up to this liner on this area. It might not be visible in the video, but if you look closely in an original one, you will see an engraving there. It will be engraved 3KA. Maybe you may need to remove the powder coating here to see that engraving, but this engraving will be there only on original. So below 3KA20 there will be a 3KA engraving. Now let's go to the other side. On this side you have the YP1 marking, and here you can see a round embossing with a cut in the middle, and on that round embossing you will see an alphabet and a number punched. Normally in duplicate ones you may not see this round embossing, and even if that round embossing is there, that alphabet and number may not be there. So always look for this round embossing with the alphabet and number punched here. And if you go down further below in this area, you will see an alphabet and number engraved here as well, just like 3KA on the other side. It might not be visible in the video, but if you remove the powder coating here, you will see that one. That is there only on original. I will show you on the YP2 cylinder kit as well. So on the YP2 cylinder kit also, the 3KA20 132cc marking is the same, or the 132 centimeter cube marking is the same. If you go down below, here there will be the 3KA engraving. If you go to the other side, you will see the YP2 marking with the embossing and an alphabet and number punched here. If you further go down here, the same alphabet and number might be engraved here as well. That means it is an original. Another difference that normally people comment is the thickness of the fins. I haven't measured the thickness of the fins, but some people say that the machining on the fins as well as the thickness of the fins is not proper. Like in the duplicate, the fins will be thinner, and as a result the gap between the fins will increase. Of course, I don't have a duplicate to show that differentiation, but if you come across two cylinder kits out of which one you feel is duplicate, you can always check for yourself. Another thing is the machining on the top surface. If you feel it with bare hands, you won't feel any undulations between the liner and the cylinder. As you all know, the cylinder outer portion is aluminum and the inner liner is like cast iron or some other material combination, and the liner is inserted inside the cylinder kit. But due to the proper machining, you won't feel any differentiation. You can check that one, but in case of duplicates it may not be proper, or you can see a visible line or differentiation between the two. Here only color difference is there. That is another way to observe original. And most of the times in duplicate, here there might be a name of the manufacturer engraved or just painted in white, but in terms of original it is plain. You won't see any names or anything on the top surface. Another thing that you need to look out for, the last one, which you might see only on originals, not on the duplicates, because see, the manufacturer will be manufacturing a lot of cylinder kits in a batch, and once the cylinder kits are machined and final, they will measure each of them, the bore, and they will differentiate it into various categories based on the diameter they measure. There can be variations for like 0.05 to 0.1 mm. So they differentiate it into different categories and then they mark it with a permanent marker. For example, on this cylinder kit you can see B written with a alphabet B written with a permanent marker. And on this cylinder kit you can see that there is a C written with a permanent marker. That means that both of them fall in a different dimensional category. The difference will be very minute and accordingly they will select the pistons as well. The pistons also fall into various tolerance categories. As a result, there will be different markings on the pistons as well. If you refer the RXG service manual, you can see that for each new cylinder kit there will be different piston with different color coding or color dots on top of the piston. In this case I am not sure because I don't have the latest RX King service manual, I only have a very old version. I am not sure what this marking corresponds to on the piston. But in any case I will show you both pistons and I will show you the dot and the marking on them as well. So I have both the pistons in front of me. The original pistons that come with the original cylinder kit is manufactured by FIM. You can see the name here, FIM. FIM stands for Federal Izumi Manufacturing. Izumi is actually a Japanese brand of pistons. They manufacture pistons. They are OEM suppliers for many brands like Yamaha, Isuzu, I think even Toyota also. So in Indonesia they went in collaboration with another company and they made Federal Izumi Manufacturing. But still, if you look inside the original piston, here you will see the Yamaha marking. In the middle you will see the 3KA and at the bottom it is Izumi. So that is there on the original piston. Yamaha, 3KA and Izumi. Now both of them have a green dot on top. Based on the old service manuals, each should have different color coding. Like sometimes it's orange, sometimes it's red. But here I don't know, only difference I can notice, one is marked as B and one is marked as A. Maybe that is the categorization for the pistons. So I haven't interchanged them, I have kept it the way I received it. I am not sure if the seller has interchanged them, but anyway I will do a measurement before I use these pistons on the cylinder kit. So this is another way to identify original cylinder kit. Always look for the marking on the cylinder kit, the one with the permanent marker. It won't be there on the duplicate cylinder kits. So that's all about the originality of the cylinder kits for RX King. I hope you all like this video, and if you liked, please do like the video and share it with your friends. And thanks for watching Bose Garage. See you soon with another video.